So the IEA just called this the worst oil crisis in history. So why does everything still feel completely normal? Most people assume that oil crisis hits fast. Prices of everything skyrocket, there's Disneyland lines at the gas station. Basically, you think we'll feel it within days. But this one is different. It's a slow motion bomb, and the flash already went off. Gotta give credit to this journalist named Max Fisher. He just published an analysis on the one thing that almost nobody talks about during the times of war. Here's what's actually coming, and more importantly, when. First thing, oil does not fly, it floats. These tankers move at about 10 to 15 knots. That's the speed of like riding a bike. Hundreds of ships were loaded up before the Strait of Hormuz crisis even kicked off. So they've been at sea for weeks. They're still heading to Europe, Asia, and the United States right now. Think of it like a bomb that exploded very far away. You see the flash, but the shockwave has not reached you yet. Those ships are the last pre-war shipments, and they're arriving right about now. And after that, there's nothing behind them. But here's where it gets worse, because it's not just a supply problem. We still have about 80% of the world's oil supply intact. So we're gonna be good, right? Wrong. Fun fact, oil is bought in one massive global market. When 20% of the supply disappears, every country that needed that 20% now has to outbid every other country just to get what's left. That raises prices for everyone, including countries that don't even import a single barrel from the Middle East. It doesn't matter where your oil comes from. It matters what everyone else is willing to pay for theirs. And when price gets high enough, that's when the real damage starts. Airlines start cutting flights because fuel is too expensive. Factories slow down or shut off because they can't afford power. Shipping costs spike, so say goodbye to your Amazon, Shein, Temu. Fewer goods move, and the ones that do arrive cost more. You don't end up with just higher prices. You end up with less of almost everything. Less travel, less production, fewer goods on the shelf, and we'll see a noticeable drop in what the whole economy can actually do. And guys, look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know exactly how bad this gets. Nobody does. But the people whose job it is to track this stuff are using words like worst in history. And that's not a phrase they throw around. As of today, Trump just announced a 2-week ceasefire. And that's why the market's rallying. Look at NASDAQ, SPY. But I feel like they're just buying time for negotiations before this shit goes sideways for good. The shockwave from this crisis has already left. We're just waiting for it to land. How bad it gets depends entirely on how long this drags on. Thanks for watching. Keep you guys updated. Peace.